What's up, family? Welcome back. Today we are in Genesis chapter 5, and the title of that text is The Descendants, starting in verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Verse 1. This is the second of 11 Hebrew Toledeth sections in Genesis. The Hebrew term Toledeth means family records, refers to those who were given birth. Each section contains genealogical information and or accounts regarding the descendants of the people or things named in the section title. Only the Sethite genealogy is called the generation of Adam, even though Cain's descendants are equally related. The reason for this is undoubtedly the contrasting descendants within the brothers' genealogies. Only offspring in Seth's line are noted as being righteous. Male and female created he them, and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Verse 2. Key themes of chapter 1 are repeated and extended in the Sethite genealogy. 1. God created both male and female, thus making it possible for humanity to fulfill the divine mandate to create offspring. 2. People, though made in God's image, are not God, they were created. 3. Humanity has been specially blessed by God. And 4, humanity is under God's authority and demonstrated by the fact that God assigned them their name. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness and after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Verse 4. The phrase begat sons and daughters is repeated 10 times in the Sethite genealogy, but it never occurs in the Cainite genealogy. The clear implication is that the line of Seth more faithfully fulfills God's command to be fruitful and multiply. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Verse 5. Only 3 individuals are said to have lived longer than Adam's 930 years. They are Noah, Jared, and Methuselah. The notation that he died emphasizes the solemn truth of God's curse of following Adam's sin. And Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 807 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalalel 840 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years and begat Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he begat Jared 830 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. Verse 18. The name Enoch means dedication, and Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. Verse 21. Enoch, as the 7th member of the Sethite genealogy, is given special emphasis. The name Methuselah may mean either man of the spear or man of Shelah. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. Verse 22. Enoch's life stands in stark contrast to Lamech, the 7th member of Cain's line. Whereas Lamech was notorious for his immorality and violence, Enoch walked with God. The phrase walk with God suggests living a life consistent with God's will, as well as experience fellowship with him. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Verse 24. The description of Enoch's life differs from the others in 2 remarkable ways. 1, his righteousness is highlighted through the double notation that Enoch walked with God. 2, the description of the end of his life is mysterious. He was not, for God took him. The New Testament confirms the meaning of this phrase. Enoch was translated that he should not see death in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5. Enoch's experience, like Elijah later in 2 Kings 2, verse 11, anticipates an experience reserved for Christians living at the end of time in 1 Corinthians 15, 51 through 55. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 960 and 9 years, and he died. Verse 27. Methuselah's 969 years mark him as the oldest person in the Bible. And Lamech lived 182 years and begot a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed. Verse 29. The Lamech of the Sethite genealogy in verse 28 stands in sharp contrast to the Lamech of the Cainite genealogy. Both Lamechs are the only individuals in their respective genealogies to have quotations attributed to them, but Cain's Lamech spoke of murder and vengeance in chapter 4, verse 23 to 24, while the Lamech in this chapter spoke words of hope and deliverance. The name Noah means rest or relief. Prophetically, Lamech declared that the son born to him would live up to his name. He would comfort humanity concerning our work and toil of our hands that had resulted from Adam's sin. The Hebrew verb comfort implies that he will bring relief. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. Verse 31. A final point on comparison between the Cainite and Sethite Lamechs is the use of sevens. The first Lamech mentioned Cain's sevenfold curse and pronounced a 77-fold curse on anyone who would bring death to him, while Seth's Lamech lived 777 years before death came to him. Verse 6 through 31. The name Canaan in Hebrew, Kenan with a Q, is closely linked to Cain and may mean metalworker. The name Mahalalel may mean one who praises God. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Verse 32. The mention of Noah at the end of the Sethite genealogy serves as both a conclusion to this section of Genesis and a subtle introduction of the central human character in its next major section.